Alright, hello, and welcome to a discussion of Tom and Jerry. Surely everyone has heard of the cat and mouse duo. They've been on TV and cinema screens since the 1940s. If you haven't heard of them, then firstly, I wonder how you got here, and secondly, did you even have a childhood? Created by Hanna-Barbera, this duo have been chasing and fighting each other throughout their history. One of the pioneers for the classic formula of a slapstick cat and mouse cartoon, starting in 1940s, Puss Gets the Boot. However, I am here today to discuss a very dark Tom and Jerry cartoon, and I will pre-warn you, I'll be discussing serious topics such as depression, alcoholism, and suicide. Yes, all this happens in a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Whereas most are known for some pretty violent cartoon slapstick, where Tom can be torched, bitten, punched, exploded, and all sorts. It is always inferred he just continues on with his life and is always okay, no matter how often he should really have been killed. Well, apart from in Two Musketeers, where it's heavily implied Tom is beheaded at the end of the cartoon.
Pauvre, pauvre pussycat, c'est la guerre.
We're off, doing and daring and fighting and daring.
But this brings me to Blue Cat Blues, a 1956 cartoon which is the darkest Tom and Jerry cartoon ever, and possibly the darkest cartoon that's aimed at children. We begin the cartoon with Tom slumped on the train tracks, with tired bloodshot eyes, awaiting his fate. We hear a faint whistle of a train in the background.
In a few minutes it'll all be over. And for the first time since he met her, he'll be happy.
Jerry recalls the story of how Tom got to this point in his life. Weirdly, he recalls them being great friends, which is very contrary to the typical Tom and Jerry cartoon, where they're not really usually seen as friends, more as enemies trying to murder one another. But I digress. The good times between Tom and Jerry don't really last. But not because of violence, but because of a lady. As Tom becomes a smitten kitten, he loses focus in all other aspects of his life, including his friendship with Jerry. All his attention goes to his new girlfriend. However, as the cartoon progresses, we see this is a very one-sided relationship. She isn't really interested in Tom and is only interested in material goods. So when another cat provides her with bigger and better gifts, she leaves Tom. This is when Tom should stop pursuing her. But he is a tomcat after all, not giving up as he tries to impress her more and more, even signing his life away to buy a car, which even by the standards of the time was a heap of junk. When he finally gives in, he resorts to drinking. Although it's shown as milk in the cartoon, I think we all know this is not milk. Tom is drunk on alcohol as his life spirals out of control, quite literally into the gutter. This leads us back to the first shot of the cartoon. Tom on the train tracks, awaiting the midnight train to take him away. Jerry feels pity towards Tom, until his girlfriend also runs off with another man. Jeez, is there no loyalty in these cartoons? So at the end, we have both Tom and Jerry on the train tracks, waiting for death. So yeah, as I said at the start of the video, this one is quite depressing. As a kid, when I watched this, I didn't think much of it. I saw it as a bit of an odd cartoon, and I didn't really understand a lot of it at the time. But as you grow older and rewatch this cartoon, you realise what Tom is going through. So as a serious moment, if you ever do feel depressed, possibly suicidal thoughts, make sure to contact someone. There is of course the suicide prevention hotline, plus I'm happy to help in any way I can. My DMs are always open on Twitter and Instagram. If you also notice one of your friends is quiet or not their usual selves, there is no harm in sending them a little message to check in on them. Make sure to send them plenty of lovely kitty gifts. But yeah, this was the darkest episode of Tom and Jerry. I hope you enjoyed the video, but for now, take care and goodbye.